Na hát, ha most már nem lesz bebugolva a karakterem. Mozog. Fogíz. What? Hogy visszakanyarodtam? Oh, thank you. Jól fog jönni, úgy érzem. Semmi? Nem kell harcolni? De kell harcolni, I guess. Oh, yes. Ah! Rossz előérzetem van.
Don't like the look of this.
Nem éreztem, nem láttam. Fuck! Amúgy ezt nagyon adtam. Nem mozdul sehova! Ha rajtam múlik? Ah! Ez honnan jött? Let's go! Hátra kellett néznem, el valami hangokat hallottam, ezt meg kellett néznem, hogy most ez a házban van, vagy nem. Ah! Ah! Ismerős ez a hely.
Another pensive.
Hirtelen úgy megijedtem, hogy nem veszem. De veszem, jó. Ez a szemüveg nagyon stílusos. Nagyon stíl, nagyon tetszik. Mit ilyeneket én is fogok tudni csinálni?
The ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take. Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, 𝕬𝕗𝕬𝕗. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here.
Nem volt nehéz.
Crystallized stone.
Nagyon imádtam ezt a boss fightot. Annyira jó harcolni ebbe a játékba. Amellett, hogy bukos, oké. Nem, annyira nem nagy bukna. Újra kell indítani a gémet, ez jól van. Hi.
What have we here?
I am a student at Hogwarts, sir, and this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood. You look familiar, sir.
I imagine you saw me in the first pensive you accessed, in Gringotts. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of St. Tower,
Ezbe felrakszom
they
főni a
also
húslövest.
encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
That there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the pensive.
Before the witch from the last pensive, 𝕬𝕗𝕬𝕗, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Elnézést.
Hopefully the next pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what 𝕬𝕝𝕝 knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
My studies. Yes, sir.
Before you go...
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
That's a keeper. Ez volt az achievement neve. Jó reggelt! Olyan rossz, hogy sincs senki velem. Mindig egyedül kelek fel.
If it isn't Slytherin's newest broom talent.
Hello, Melda. 𝕬𝕝𝕝 sent me.
Did he now? Still tinkering with his broom upgrade, no doubt. I tried to help him once. He nitpicked my flying technique, and that was the end of that. The nerve. Why is he roping you into his broom testing silliness? You've barely started flying from what I know. Caught wind of you showing off in flying class with 𝕁𝕝𝕝.
I don't know what people have said, but I certainly wasn't showing off.
Tell that to the rest of the school. But it doesn't matter. Everyone knows that class is only for beginners, troublemakers, and bumbling baboons. But for some reason, now people think you're competition. Ugh, I can't be having that.
Perhaps I am competition.
You can't be what passes for Slytherin these days. Pfft, ragged old hat's dropping its standards. Enough of this. Only one way to find out who's the better flyer. I hold one of the fastest times on this course. Let's see if you can beat it. Slytherin versus Slytherin.
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you lose.
Nem tudom, hogy kell csinálni. De csináljuk.
Did it! Could have done better.
Ja, nem kell felszedni? Értem. Ilyen bénán is megelőszem. Az szép. Halló! Megjött Fifi! Kenyér!
Jöttem egy ilyen giga nagy kifli kenyeret.
Életemben nem láttam ekkora kiflit. Ez egy kifli. I'm speechless.
That's not... You must have cheated, you... Oh! Fine. You won. Don't think this is over. You can't determine skill from one single trial.
Surely my win means something.
You're not terrible, but you're still going to have to prove yourself if you want to earn my respect.
I don't want respect from the likes of you. All you do is insult people.
You and everyone else need to get a thicker skin. Anyway, I'm moving on to the next course. It's near Irondale and offers a much tougher challenge. You can try to prepare by racing this course again. Just check in at the podium, where the leaderboard is. You can check your time and start the race. We'll see next time if your win here was more than just a fluke. whilst on an errand for Albie Weeks.
I suspect Mr. Weeks will be glad to hear how I fared.
Hova is kell menni? Menjünk órára. Na, egy óra búja. Na, azt jól kimondtam, egy újabb óra.
I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor 𝑠howin. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting.
Sus.
Don't worry about Professor 𝑠howin's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor.
It's okay.
You can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think
Kell nekem egy ilyen.
Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition and cleanliness.
Kell nekem az a pomocs.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the needles?
Szegény tanárnéni Parkinson kóros.
This way. The needles are
Ugye
over
az a
here.
Parkinson korra, hogy így remeg az embernek a mindene.
Oh, couple of knees or whiskers ought to get me a few knuts at least. Enough to buy something from ℍ𝕠𝕝𝕝. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tusk, peculiar poppy.
Tusk.
Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Mi kis béna gyerekek járnak ebbe a suliba.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the needles just as you did with Gerald. The needles really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Egy pillanat, jó? Pillanat, hadd nézzem már meg ezeket, hát milyen cukik. Jaj, te vagy a legcukibb. Ó, Piti! Várjál. Te mi vagy? Ez egy babacs! Babacs! I love it.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the savages in Rookwood's poacher pack.
Nemrég voltam kint vele amúgy.
Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps.
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
I need to talk to you. Come here.
Did you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well, lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike.
Mint hogyha nagyon gyors leszek, akkor is pipó-speedelzik.
Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you.
Nem tudok gyorsabban futni amúgy.
Don't worry, we're nearly there.
Elismét a kezem.
Just ahead. Stand back. Please meet 𝑍𝕠𝕠𝕪. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
Szívecskézik, megöszem. Kösz a kaját, mentem.
So, what did you think of 𝑍𝕠𝕠𝕪?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and 𝑍𝕠𝕠𝕪 cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor 𝕬𝕐 mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor 𝕬𝕐, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on. What they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep 𝐻𝕠𝕐 safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Vagy nem így. Ez jól fog jönni. Kinyitok mindent. Nincs megállás. Ezekről a kirakósokról beszéltem, hogy ezeket tudom már megoldani. Oh.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
Oh. Wow. Bocsánat, ez nagyon vicces volt. Nagyon, annyira nem tetszett.
Now, if you wouldn't mind humoring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Ooh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me.
Ne csitítgass már ott hátul!
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a Demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
Why would I do this? Seems all risk and no reward.
Oh, rest assured, there's very little risk, and there is, in fact, a reward. I will teach you a particularly useful spell. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? 𝕬𝕝𝕪, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh! I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
𝕬𝕝𝕪. Ooh. Jó lassú volt. Ilyen nehéz volt megtanulni. Ja, nem kell kirakni. Oh. Érzem.
Well done! You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
𝕁𝕝𝕝𝕪.
Gyakorolni kell, úgy hallottam. Nem vagyok itt. Senki sem tudja, itt vagyok. Nem tudja megoldani. Hé. Eneminek mutatja a tanárokat. Erről sem merek beszélni kb. Nagyon tetszik ez nekem.
Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now. I suppose. Hufflepuff this season. Hufflepuff?
Almost dead. Ezeket majd egyszer visszajövök.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, 𝕍𝕠𝕁, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Na és most, hogy nem vagyok izében, questben, fel tudok jönni? Ezért mondtam, hogy visszajövök. Hello. Jaj. Új, de már rég el akartam jönni. Ha. És ezt hogy szedjem onnan el? I'm sorry. Ilyet csinálni fogok. Na, itt kell ezeket. Hopp. Valahol kell lennie egynek. Ó, megvan. Elbújt.
Brilliant.
No.
Hello. Do you have anything for sale?
That I do, but what's a student like yourself doing out here? Got yourself lost, did you?
Just exploring the countryside a bit.
Aye. Nice to break the routine now and then. Bit of a wanderer myself, in fact. Name's Leopold Babcock, and I am indeed here to sell. Now, for someone like yourself who is also prone to wander, I cannot understate the importance of keeping some Wiggenweld potion on hand. I wouldn't dare set foot in a place like the Forbidden Forest without a steady supply. What do you say, my young friend? A measure of safety for the path ahead?
Something to consider. Thank you for your help, Mr. Babcock.
Aye, let me know if you see something you like.
What do you have for sale?
Előbb is ezt kérdeztem.
See if there's something you need.
Ugyanannyiba adja. De ezek mind kellenek nekem.
Thank you for your patronage.
Hello. How did you get on with those tasks?
Jól, köszi.
Madam Kogawa, I completed the list of tasks you assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process?
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team. If Black ever permits Quidditch again. Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Glacius. Pay attention to your wand work.
Sit.
Well done. I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world.
What?
There you go. Catching them quickly.
Okay, bye. Csináljuk meg ezt.
I was able to set a record on my broom.
Incredible! Miss Reyes must have been shocked. Tell me, how was the broom?
A little turbulent and is wanting for a bit of speed, but it fared well enough. I will say that it tended to drift a bit to the left on certain turns. Heard a slight swoosh when I dipped.
Oh, thank you. That's precisely what I needed to know. Drifted, eh? I shall get to work immediately. Even the naysayers will be forced to admit that my work's had potential all along.
I'm excited to hear more.
I have a very good feeling about this upgrade. I guarantee you'll be pleased. Expect to hear from me soon. How to address the issue of altitude as it relates to speed?
Próbálom egy kicsit lerövidíteni a taskoim számát, de nem úgy néz ki, mint ami hogyne. Csináljuk azt. Hát ha most jobban sikerül. Most már több mindenem van.
Lumos.
Nem ezt akartam, ezt akartam. Tudok menni oldalt. Repülök. Beakadtam.
Oh, there's a hole in my pocket.
Quite an enchantment. The carts are returning to on.
This is a waste of my talents.
I believe you are ready to learn Arresto Momentum, the slowing charm.
És ez megvan. Könnyebb volt, mint gondoltam meg ez.
If you're here for my wares...
On, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
I managed to free your carts fairly easily.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back, especially my paints. You know, you've inspired me. I've been dealing with witches and wizards for years, and we've always got along just fine. Perhaps my next piece will be a tribute to all that is good between us.
What a nice idea, Ron. I wish you luck with it.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. Thank you again for all you've done.
Boogies!
All the best to you. Once my cards arrive.
Egy questek kevesebb.